Over your career, you have been able to really pick these kind of amazing far-flung roles. And I know in the beginning, you've talked about this before, that often you'd get cast in kind of like the sex pot role, the sexy girl. And like, at what point were you able to start pushing back against that? When did you feel like you had the confidence or even the gravitas to go, no, I'm not going to do that. I wanted to do this or that. I mean, you've had a kind of amazing career doing that.
I think from the beginning, uh, but like all actors, you sort of choose the best of what is available to you, and go for as long as you can without working until you need a paycheck. But I remember I did an early on. I did a television movie called. It's funny. It's the things you don't expect that actually give you sometimes the biggest career shifts. And I did a little television movie called The Children That Nobody Wanted, and I was just playing this woman who lived on a farm, and they had all of these foster kids, and it was very pared down, and there was nothing glamorous about it, and that was my first opportunity to ever play a part like that. So it was just finding those kinds of moments. And then I would say, but it's also that thing where, depending on what your last role was, that's typically what starts to come in and be offered to you. That's sort of how the world begins to see you, the industry sees you, depending on what you last did. So it's really up to you again to try to find those things that really shifted in the direction you want it to go. Did Grease 2, that was one thing. And then was lucky enough a year later to get cast in Scarface. And that was sort of, people were very kind of upended by that because nobody sort of expected to see that turn. And then I think when I did Married to the Mob, that sort of did another sort of seismic shift. And whoa, wait a minute, who's that? And I remember when I met Marty Scorcese for the first time, he actually thought I was actually from New Jersey. And he expected this sort of dark-haired girl from New Jersey to walk in and meet with him. That was sort of one of the most flattering things anyone ever said about my work.